Okay, let's go.
Space. What is space? Why do I have to wear a spacesuit? That is so formal. Too cold? Not a problem. I'll just put on a jacket. Why does everyone say you can't go faster than the speed of light? It's super simple. Just go the speed of light, and then you push on the accelerator a little more. Oh no, not the sun. The water will put it out. Hey Alexa, play Who Let the Dogs Out.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't
Alexa,
do that.
play the thing. No. Alexa, play Who Let the Dog... ha. Now I will be able to get all the best nudes. Hey, you should have closed your curtains. Ooh, I wonder what's in there. Oh, hey, how you doing, little fella? Oh, I think he's just sleeping. Aha! I knew it was fake the whole time. All this and more on this episode of In the...
Space.
Space. What do you know about space?
Not a lot.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning.
Oh.
Space
Not the beginning of the universe.
Oh.
The beginning of how people thought space was.
Oh, yeah, so the history of space. Okay, yeah.
So we've got flat Earth, right? Now there's going to be a whole bunch of people in the comments that go, oh, actually, they've known that the Earth was round since the Greeks. We know, everybody knows. No one thinks you're smart, shut up. But there were plenty of societies that did think that the world was flat. Okay, I saw this in a lecture once.
Hey, ist die Erde flach, Chat? Community-Frage.
Or I overheard it on the bus or something. But this is how it goes. You've got like this circular flat Earth, right? And then you've got land in the middle. They call this area the Mediterranean because that's the middle land, right? It's right in the center. And then past the land, you've got water. Now, all that water is mostly fine. But if you go a little further out, there's a lot more water, like a shitload more water. These disc maps you see are not to scale. It goes way further out. But if you try to traverse them, what will happen is sea monsters, right? They'll destroy your ship. Easy. And you can tell that sea monsters are real because once in a while you get some weird thing that washes up to shore. If somehow you make it past the sea monsters, you encounter mud.
Just mud?
It's flat mud, and it mixes with the land, so you can no longer pass by it in a boat. So you can try to walk across it, but it's basically like quicksand, you know, you just straight into it. But somehow, if you manage to traverse this plain of mud, which is even larger than the ocean itself, it would start to get colder and colder. And eventually that mud becomes frozen, and then it turns to ice, and then it's just cold nothingness for far, far longer than all the oceans. And then eventually you come to a big mountain range. And this mountain range goes right round the Earth. And it is the thing that at the very top holds up the filament, which is the thing that encompasses the stars.
What? So the mountains go up and then it like holds the star canopy above the Earth. It holds
up the heavens.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Half of the model is there to dissuade people from trying to find new things, right? Because if you go out on a boat in the ocean, you die. It's the perfect dissuasion. Hey, look, don't bother trying to discover Australia. If you go out there, you're going to get eaten, then you're going to sink in the mud, then you're going to freeze to death, and then there's also nothing out there. And that's what keeps everyone safe and alive.
You tell the same story to your kid in the village to not go out into the woods.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the same thing.
And that, circling around, is why they tell us not to go to Mars, you see. Don't come back.
I do think we'll colonize Mars. Probably not quite in our lifetime.
You reckon? I think we'll land a person there on Mars in 20 years.
20 years? You're a dreamer, internet historian.
A lot of the original impetus for the...
Ich bin ganz ehrlich, Chat, ich hab da irgendwie so einen persönlichen Fable für. Ich würde liebend gerne sehen, wie wir den Mars irgendwie besuchen. Also ganz ehrlich, Chat, ich habe das Gefühl, sehen vielleicht meine Kinder.
Space race to the moon was out of competition with the Soviet Union, right? Then we beat them and everyone went, nah, can't be bothered. Now we're back at war with China, so I reckon space race back on. Otherwise, China's going to stick a big flag in it and say, actually, you know what, Mars? It's always belonged to China.
Their flag would look better on Mars, just saying.
It'd blend in too much.
It already looks like a flag for Mars. It's got stars on it and it's red. It's perfect.
That's hard to argue with.
I say give it to them. And let's be real, a lot of people are probably going to die colonizing Mars, like, at first. They've got the manpower for it. Everyone will just be fighting over the bit where everyone's landing. It's not like someone will be like, well, I'm going to go over to this part of Mars, and, like, that'll be my part. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay here where the Twinkies and the women arrive.
Think you'd want to sit up at
Scheiß auf dem Mars, wir haben hier genug Probleme. Am Arsch, Alter. Man muss halt weiterdenken als nur bis zu den Horizont dieser Erde. Let's go, Alter.
poles? Because that's where all the ice is, right? Resources.
Anderer Planet.
But also, because of the rotation of the planet and the angle you come in, it's actually more difficult to land there as well.
I see.
So you would have to actually essentially approach by land. Easier to defend. So you're there on the ice, you've got all your water, and then you're just picking off anyone who dares to approach one of those Mars rovers. The Curiosity rovers, I would presume.
That would be super fun. So you're saying if you're going to
Vibrail,
fight for
dann für den
Mars,
Reswap.
you'd stay at the top, 'cause this is mine. I like that. Yeah, solid.
Build a big igloo, big ice wall, tell everyone to get the fuck out. That'd be awesome.
I love that, yeah.
Here's the problem.
Hey.
It's 1960s, NASA, and they can't figure out how to get things into space. It's too far up, you see. How do we get past the filament into the stars? Ordinary things, you're our best scientist. You gotta come up with something that'll get us there. What do you got? Ordinary rocket propulsion, perhaps? Mentos and Coke. What's the big new idea?
So this is what I've got so far.
Right? A man kneeling on the ground, praying to get to space. I like it. That's a great idea, Ordinary Things. Let me get you the funding right now.
No, not quite. This is a dog. See, my plan is,
A trebuchet.
sort of a trebuchet, yeah.
Let me show you my idea. You've heard of CERN, right?
Yeah, they got the big underground thing.
Yes. So CERN is basically a
Weltbeschleuniger.
25-kilometer ring underground, powered by gigantic magnets that send particles in one direction, getting them faster and faster and faster, and then they send particles in the other direction, and then eventually they let them collide.
Cool.
Now, what if you had an extra track
Yes.
that went like this? You got something up to 99% the speed of light, and then you just hit the switch, and then capsule goes terminal velocity.
Love that. So you're thinking you build up as much momentum as possible on Earth using magnets rather than rockets.
Yep.
Is it the size of atoms in this instance? Or
We're gonna have to build a bigger one.
All right, bigger CERN. Got it. All right, massive CERN.
Well, you just make the hole in the middle bigger.
Oh, yeah, all right. Yeah,
Atom-sized hole, too small. The only problem I can see is that we're sending people through the Earth's atmosphere at almost the speed of light. They will immediately explode. I think the solution is to put a dog in it.
Yeah.
Do you know how funny it would be if it was like a Tuesday and the supervisor was out of the office for the day, and then he kind of came back, I just forgot some of my papers, and he comes in, and the guys at CERN are all gathered around because they're firing grapes through CERN at a big cartoonish brick wall. Yeah, go Dave, yeah.
I would love to be at the CERN Christmas party where someone's just like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do a shit in the CERN. Because that's what it's called, the CERN.
This CERN.
I would find it very difficult not to get in the CERN machine, I think, if I was there.
You got on that blimp. Do you reckon you can get into CERN?
I reckon I could give it a go.
All right, if there's anyone from CERN watching here,
Yeah.
my boy needs a ticket and one for his lady.
I'll email them now. People are thinking about space travel all wrong. They're rubes. Those guys at NASA, I tell you, rubes. They keep trying to send us to space when we should be sending space to us.
That's not a bad idea at all. Now, space elevator, very difficult. You build the thing 1,000 kilometers up, and then the tip of it is actually rotating faster than the base of it by differences in like hundreds of kilometers an hour. Tensile strength, whole thing wants to break apart, right? Now, if somehow you could make a big anchor, wait, how do you draw an anchor? Here, it wouldn't need to be one rope, because one rope is not going to stay strong.
2 ropes.
Here's 20 meters of rope, and then a big joint. Here's 20 meters of rope and a big joint. And you just do that all the way back to Earth.
Love it.
Okay, you'll need like 150,000 kilometers worth of rope. But once you're there, all of a sudden you can just pull things across it, right? What am I missing?
There is one thing.
Yes.
I think the moon moves So what you're going to end up doing is sort of like wrapping the Earth round. That's the one problem. Otherwise, it's flawless.
I've got a solution.
All right.
There's a rail across Earth.
Rail! Oh my god, that's a great idea. That's way better than what I was going to say.
Right? And then you've got your hook in here. It's allowed to slide through the rail.
So in theory, we could like lasso the moon in.
Yes.
Bring it to us. Is there any minerals on the moon worth having? Any resources?
There is a fair amount of helium and also helium-3.
Well, we are running out of helium, so that is convenient.
There's a pretty good amount of water all over the moon too, so that's why, you know, soon there'll be a moon base, and they'll be able to collect most of the minerals that they need.
Soon there'll be a moon base. They've been promising moon base for years. They've been promising moon base for longer than James Cameron's been promising Avatar, and honestly, sick of this shit.
Well, you know what I'm not sick of? Ad time. How's this for a scenario?
9.
You're with your honey, and you both have regular size...
Die ersten 20 Minuten des Streams, Chat. Gottverdammt, Alter, davon 5 Minuten Raycon-Werbung. Nein, ich kauf's nicht.
Little satellite that you were going to send to an alien planet. Like, what items would you put in there to represent, like, human civilization?
Good question. How big's a box?
Let's say it's the size of, like, a caravan.
Oh, big. Okay, definitely a person, then.
Okay, just like a dude. Like a dead guy? Or just...
Yeah, they can be dead. That's fine.
That's not a bad idea. Like, a dead guy who's, like, kept from oxygen so he doesn't rot. So they've got, like, a fully preserved...
I'll just keep him in a cardboard box. So...
Just dump it.
Yes. So
we don't have the budget for something bigger.
I like the idea that when they just open up the flaps of the cardboard box, they just, ooh.
Oh, my God.
I suppose you'd have a man and a woman.
Yeah.
A phone.
A phone. Like an iPhone.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to give them the latest one, because they don't know.
An iPhone 5 with a cracked screen.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like they're going to start using it.
Exactly, yeah.
Like a Snorrick.
I'd probably get rid of just some trash. There's quite a lot of trash around.
And some batteries.
Yeah, because you can't dispose of batteries anywhere.
Yeah.
Bottle of Coke, you know, full bottle. I kind of like the idea that you're... Okay, so you know when you're a pirate, right?
Uh-huh, yeah, I'm familiar.
And you're burying treasure. Someone finds it 500 years later and they go, wow, this is not just a historical find. I'm going to be rich.
Love that.
I like the idea that they find a couple of human corpses, but also half a dozen bottles of Coca-Cola. There's going to be some rich one who's like, bruh, yeah, I'll pay you 50 billion alien pesos for half a bottle or something.
I think that's the first actually like really good suggestion for the alien box. I mean, fuck Coca-Cola, but it's also a very popular drink and like a good representation of Western society. It's everywhere in the world. Great. And also they might be pleased. They're like, oh, this is a treat. Or maybe it'll kill them. But great suggestion.
Ah, thank you. Maybe also...
Music, I reckon.
Music?
Mozart on a vinyl, yeah.
Another good one. A handgun?
Yeah, just to show them that we mean business would be good.
Yeah, well, we'll rig it up to a tripwire. Don't touch my stuff. All right, you're stuck in space. You're floating around.
Sweet.
Oh my God.
Loving it.
You're in a spacesuit. I come floating up to you. I go, ordinary things. Help, help. My oxygen tank has been pierced. I'm gonna die.
Ooh. Oh, that sucks for you.
No, that's not what you say. Now, we've got just enough time. Quick, we can both survive, but we're gonna both have to get into the same spacesuit.
Oh, I've been tricked like this before.
So we have to both squeeze in there. The question is, are you taking the front or the back?
I'll take the front, I think. I'd rather be in the driver's seat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I trust you.
I swear, that's just my wallet, I swear.
It's not gay if it's on the moon.
Yeah, like legitimately, like you come back to Earth and they'll go, no, it wasn't. It's the moon. It doesn't count at all.
Doesn't count, no.
Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, they could have done it on the moon.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been considered gay. And then, I suppose, like...
we were lovers on the moon. You know, that's different.
Someone shut this man up. Right, someone comes to you and says, ordinary things. You may see the universe, but we can't travel faster than the speed of light, so you have to go into the cryopod.
Ah, the old time delay.
Yes, you can go to Alpha Centauri, but it will take 100 years and everyone you know will be dead. Do you do it?
I don't want to just be like launched into the equivalent of Mars in Alpha Centauri and just be like, well, I'm here and I'm dead. I'm fucked.
No, they don't just drop you off. You get to go on like a nice big ship. Maybe there's a nice lady there who's also frozen.
A nice little lady, a nice A-list celeb lady who is inexplicably an astronaut, as in all those movies.
Yeah, and you wake her up early, and because you woke up early, and
welcome. Whoopsie, but you don't have another choice, so you have to be my friend.
Would you do it? Would you want to be one of the crew that goes to Alpha Centauri?
I think I would. I think it's worth it to go do something that literally no one else has done before. I'm down.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Yeah.
If you were one of the first people to Alpha Centauri, you'd just have thousands of things named after you forever.
The whole planet. You get the planet. If you're the first one there, it's like, this is me land, baby.
Yeah.
No governments. Money is banned. And I haven't thought this through.
You know, if you look at a place like Earth, every creek, every little nook or rock has a name to it. They did that like when people first came to Australia, and I can't help but notice that everything here is named either Murray or after Batman or
After Batman? Wait.
Yeah, you don't know about everything being called Batman here?
No, that's new to me. That's
there's this guy, his name's like John Batman. And so there's like a Batman River and like a Batman Street.
You're kidding.
In middle of Melbourne.
No way.
No.
John Batman. Oh my god, I'm looking him up now. What?
Massacre.
Look, in the past, how long did it take for people to get from England to Australia? What was it like?
Like a month.
Yeah, a couple of months.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, okay, how long does it take to get to Mars? At optimal speed, I think 9 months.
So what you're saying is that we should put all our criminals on Mars.
Hey, it worked once.
Did it, though?
How come Australia doesn't get a bit of a pass with a lot of its history?
That's a fair point.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the terrible things that were done to the Aboriginals. But it's like, okay, but have you seen the average criminal reoffending rates? What did you expect?
Yeah, it's not like we sent them our best. We should... I've never thought about it like that, but that's honestly like a really decent argument for giving Australia a pass. But like...
Yeah, although it means they did all this stuff while they were out on probation. Now, everybody goes, oh, what the heck? Why'd you demote Pluto from planet to dwarf planet?
Yes.
And I can't help but agree.
Yeah.
So basically, they had an idea in mind to make Pluto not a planet, and then they changed all the rules to make it fit their space-based agenda.
Celestial identity politics have gone too far. That's what I say.
Yeah, exactly. There's 3 rules for a planet. Number 1, it must orbit a star. Okay, very good. We're all on board for that, and that's one of the old rules.
Wir bräuchten wirklich neue Subbase. Das stimmt schon wirklich.
Asteroids, not planets.
Wir haben die Mütze neu ein. Wird
Number
rot.
2, it must be big enough to have enough gravity to force it into a spherical shape. Agreed. That's a brilliant one.
Fine, I'll accept that. But if we see a cube planet at some point, then I feel like we will need to revisit this rule. But as it stands, fine.
Oder Sterne
if
dran
it was
machen
something
oder
as
so.
big as Earth, but somehow cube, they'd change the rules again.
Cube Earth.
Yeah. Now, the new rule they brought in was it must be big enough that its gravity clears away any other objects of similar size in its orbit.
Bullshit.
That is a very specific rule, just designed to persecute Pluto.
Who came up with this rule?
Well, it was a big committee made up of the deep space state. And one of the reasons that they essentially made this rule was because, well, Pluto actually has a moon that's almost the same size as Pluto. So Pluto wouldn't even just be one planet, it would be like several planets. But also, out in the Oort cloud, there are probably similar sized planets to Pluto, but hundreds, maybe thousands of them.
I see.
And so actually, even in our own given solar system, there would be thousands of them. So what they're running into is a naming problem. Because, well, we can't teach kids that there are thousands of planets. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, turns out there are thousands of planets, and a lot of them are really boring and far away. Okay, but here's the main 9.
Yeah, here's the big 9. Why don't you just call them the big planets and the small planets and be done with it?
There's also a couple of objects in the Kuiper Belt, I think, that would suddenly qualify as planets. So Ceres would suddenly become a planet.
Ceres? What even is Ceres? Oh, Ceres. Oh, okay.
What?
But that's clearly a moon. It looks like a moon.
Well, it's not what it looks like, it's how it acts, isn't it? It's in the orbit between Mars and Jupiter.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Why don't we just make Ceres a planet
Yes,
instead?
absolutely.
To be honest, I'm just going to show my ignorance a little bit. I've never heard of Ceres before.
Ich auch noch
In a
nie.
way, I feel like you've just made this up to make me look strange. Wait, what's make?
Maki Maki.
Maki maki. Is that a type of sushi?
Oh, yeah, okay. It's another planet that's just further out.
Oh, I love it. It's cute.
I mean, it's a dwarf planet, but...
Why does one of them
Ich habe noch nie davon gehört.
this one.
Oh.
There's no need for that. Come on.
Eris? Oh, it's a dwarf planet as well.
I'm learning new things here.
Well, no more learning. It's time for some answers, damn it. Big question time. Ordinary things.
Yeah.
Are there any aliens?
No.
All right.
Gibt es Aliens? Bestimmt, oder? Nur viel zu weit weg.
Is the universe infinite?
Und kann ich nicht beantworten.
It's like a bike wheel. Technically, it's infinite, but you just end up where you were in the first place.
That's good enough for me. Is there a god?
Yes, and
Nein.
it's me. Suck my...
There we go.
Das ist eine
Will
Frage.
we ever find out all of the mysteries of
Nein. Wir sind vorher sterben wir
the
alle.
universe?
What if we already have...
I'll tell you what it is. The real answer is love. And
Oh.
that's all you need.
Space or love, which is bigger? And if you could only have one, what would you have?
Oh, what about space love?
Is that like 0G shagging?
Yeah,
Oh.
where you're on the moon.
Ich habe
and
vermisst
someone
Mass
says,
Effect
like,
übrigens. Oh mein Gott.
I love you.
It's like kind of non-committal, and they don't really hear you on the radio, and you go, what?
Habt ihr Mass Effect gespielt, Chat? Mit wem hattet ihr Sex in Mass Effect? Seid ehrlich.
And they go,
Oh, nothing. Over.
What if you're on the moon and then they go into kiss and then they accidentally shatter their space helmets?
no. Like two people vigorously doing cheers.
Yes.
Ich habe Mass Effect so oft gespielt, ich hatte Sex mit allen. Ich hatte mit der Sniper Sex, ich hatte mit der blauen Sex, ich hatte mit der Dame, die die ganze Zeit maskiert ist, Sex. Ich hatte selbst mit diesem komischen großen Grunt-Dude Sex in diesem komischen bösen Anzug. Mit jedem.
Moon love turns to moon tragedy.
You know, it must happen all the time. On the moon, in the future, we'll
Alles klar,
all
Dankeschön.
have rape.
What the fuck, Alter.